This screencast is to highlight some of the features on the LanSchool dashboard, as well as how to launch and add students to a class. So here is a view of my particular dashboard, and classes can be created manually and also are created out of Google Classroom and already rostered. So on my view here, there is an online module class with 0 students that I manually created. And then there are also some classes where you can see there are a larger number of students due to those particular classes being automatically created out of Google Classroom. Due to students' names being provided within these classes, I'm using a manually created class to kind of highlight some of the features. So once I have logged in, and let's say I want to launch a class in order to begin monitoring, you simply do that by clicking on the block for the class. Once you do this, these two icons at the top, the blue is an exit class, the green is start the class, and these two items work hand in hand. So I started the class, and then I can exit the class, sending me back to my dashboard. So in order to access it, I'm just going to go ahead and click on that block again, and it takes me to the start and exit class. So for this particular case, let's say I want to add some students. So I am going to click here and say, just type in demo student. So we have some demo student accounts. So I am going to select these 3 student accounts and add them to this dashboard. So from here, I'm going to X this out. From here, there is a settings option or a class settings. So I'm going to go ahead and click on class settings, and I'm going to highlight a few items here. You can update the class name. So if you wanted to change it for first block, you can update the class name on a class that is manually created. You are not able to update the class name on a course that is pulled out of Google Classroom. You can provide a description if you would like, and then you can automatically dismiss this class at a certain time. What this will allow for you to do is, if your first block is from 8:30 to let's say 9:45, I can say for first period, I want for them to be dismissed at 9:45 a.m. And what that will do is, if I start the class and I forget to exit out of the class, it will automatically dismiss all of my class from my platform. This is an option that you don't necessarily need to do, but it is something that is provided to you along with a classroom banner. There are some fun little features here that you can select, and once completed, you can select Done. The other item I wanted to highlight from the class settings is the Students tab. From the Students tab, you can see who is in this class, and you can add, using the person with the plus sign, you can add additional students, or you can remove students using the X. Again, this is only available with a manually created class. So after items are completed, I'm going to go ahead and select Done. The other piece that I want to highlight is your view of a class. So this icon here allows for you to change the class view. What you're seeing right now is a grid view. You can change to a list view. You can also change from that list view to a group view. So this is something that can be changed throughout a class and without it being launched. The other is this MD. This will allow for you to change the size. The default is medium, but you can make them extra large. You can also make them smaller. The A to Z allows for you to sort students by alphabetical order. So these 3 items here allows for you to manage the view of your course or of the screens in which you are accessing. Down here, exclude from the current section. Let's say I know demo student 2 is not in attendance for today. I can move them into a certain spot. So I'm going to go ahead and select Start Class. You can see here these views have a link with a little line through it. That means that these particular students are not using their device at the moment. If you have students whose screens are not showing, but you see them in your classroom, the best piece of advice is to have that student restart that device. Please let me know if this is helpful.